Hello, everyone listening to me right now. Today, I want to talk about God's will. Today, I want to tell you about God's will. God's will is what God desires or plans for us and for the world, like His intention or guidance for our life. I recap: God's will is what God desires or plans for us and for the world, like His intention or guidance for our lives. It is about trusting that there is a divine purpose even when things are uncertain or difficult in life. It is not always clear or easy to understand, but many people find comfort, strength, and direction in seeking God's will. I said, many people find comfort, strength, and direction in seeking God's will. I move on to how does God's will works in life. I said, how does God's will works in life? One, guidance through choices. I said, guidance through choices. Many people believe God's will help them make decisions. Sometimes you feel a strong urge to choose a path, or circumstances open certain doors and close others. For example, you get a new job opportunity after you pray for God's direction in your life. Two, positive event and negative event. That is another how God's will works in life. Positive event and negative event. People often interpret life event, both good and bad, as part of God's will. Sometimes blessings come in unexpected ways, or challenges teach important lessons in life. For example, you are facing a setback or difficulties in life, but later realizing it led you to better things in life. Three, personal growth. I said personal growth. God's will is often linked to personal growth, like becoming kinder, wiser, or stronger. Many people believe God wants to develop positive qualities like love, patience, forgiveness, and use our talent for good. For example, learning patience or something else through a difficult situation. The next one, faith and trust. That is another how God's will works in life. Faith and trust. Trusting in God's will means believing there is a meaning or purpose even when you don't understand what is happening in your life. For example, letting go of anxiety or stress about the future and having peace that things will come out. It will also help God's will to work in your life. I move on to how to seek God's will in our life. I said how to seek God's will in our life. One, prayer and reflections. I said prayer and reflections. By asking for guidance and clarity from God, it can help you to seek God's will in your life. Two, reading sacred text. By looking for wisdom in the Bible or Quran or other texts. Three, listening to inner voice. I said listening to inner voice. It can help you to seek God's will in your life. Listening to inner voice. By listening to your conscience or spirit, it can also help you to seek God's will in your life. Four, seeking wise counsel. I said seeking wise counsel. By talking to trusted friends or mentors or leaders can also help you to seek God's will in your life. Five, observing circumstances. I said observing circumstances. By noticing which path seems to open up naturally and which ones close. Those are how to seek God's will in our life. If you are facing a little challenges in life at the moment, ask God, is there anything I want to learn from this? Or is there a reason why I'm facing this? Sometimes everything happens for a reason. Just know the reason why and understand what you are facing at the moment. That is all I have for you today. Bye.